Hey guys, some new information was posted on the PUBG forums for the PS4 version of the game. Basically what they did was they outlined a bunch of frequently asked questions that a lot of PlayStation users have had, and they went through and they gave us some pretty good answers. So I want to go through these and let you know everything you need to know before the release of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on December 7th for PS4. So like I said, the release date for PUBG on PS4 is December 7th, 2018 at 12 a.m. local time. Is there a pre-order bonus? They've partnered with PlayStation and Naughty Dog to bring elements of Uncharted and The Last of Us to PUBG, and all PlayStation players that pre-ordered will get the Nathan Drake outfit as well as Ellie's backpack for the level 2 backpack skin. Additional items are included in the different pre-order bundles, and let's go ahead and go over those in the question, how much will the game cost? So there's the Disc Edition and the Looters Digital Edition, and both of those are $30, and they include the base game as well as the pre-order bonuses that I just mentioned. The Survivors Edition is $60, and includes the base game, the pre-order bonuses, Survivor Pass for Vikendi, 2300 G-Coin, which is valued at $23 of real-world money, as well as 20,000 BP, which is the in-game currency that you don't have to actually spend money on in PUBG. The Champions Digital Edition is $89.99, and it includes the base game, pre-order bonuses, Survivor Pass for Vikendi, 6,000 G-Coin, which is again $60 worth of G-Coin, and 20,000 BP. Well, I need PlayStation Plus to play PUBG on PS4. Since PUBG is an online game, both Internet and PlayStation Plus membership is required. So much like Xbox Live Gold, you need that extra subscription to play this game online. Does the PlayStation 4 version have the same content as PC or as Xbox One? This is a very important question, and it tells us some things if you look into the answer a little bit more. Console parity is very important to us. However, custom matches and event mode will be releasing for PlayStation 4 at a later date. Map and mode selection will be turned on after servers fill up to a suitable population that can support these features. So did you catch that? Console parity is very important for us. So basically, I don't think we're ever going to see PC cross-platform playing with Xbox or PlayStation players, and I'm kind of thankful for that because I think we would just get absolutely annihilated by the PC players. The lack of auto-aim in the game will just be our doom if we have to play against PC players, so it looks like they're going to try and get the PlayStation version and the Xbox version exactly the same, so we're hoping to get some cross-platform play between the two consoles. Will you be able to preload the game? Yes, you can preload the game 48 hours in advance, which I guess would be Wednesday at 12 a.m. Will PlayStation 4 players have access to test servers? Yes, everyone who owns the game will have access to the public test servers when they are online. So if you're not familiar, PUBG has the base game, and then PUBG has another install for the test servers. And when they go live, they'll have an update for it, and you can install the update, and then you can play on the test servers. As long as you have a copy of PUBG, you can play on the test servers with no additional cost. Will the physical version of the game be account bound, or can I lend it to a friend? The physical copy of the game is the full entitlement and isn't locked to a specific account. As long as you have a copy of the physical disc and a PlayStation Plus account, you can play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. What age rating is PUBG? PUBG has received an ESRB T rating. Ratings vary by market globally as determined by regional ratings boards. How much disk space will PUBG require on PlayStation 4? A minimum of 25 gigabytes free space is required. Now, that's interesting too, because right now I think on Xbox it's around 16 or so, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's around there. 25 gigabytes tells me that we might have some more content that we need to install pretty soon. Now, as far as the gameplay, here's some questions about that. Will all the maps be available on PlayStation 4 immediately? PlayStation 4 will launch with 3 iconic maps, Erangel, Miramar, and Sanhok. Please see PUBG.com for all the latest information. Now that little bit right there, please see PUBG.com for the latest information. That tells me that, okay, we might not have the ability to say right now that we're getting Vikendi on the 7th when the PlayStation launches, but keep an eye on PUBG.com because we might have some information that might tell you otherwise. Either that, or these 3 maps will be on the live servers, and then we're all, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation are all going to get Vikendi on the test servers on December the 7th. We'll just have to wait and see. Brendan Green is at the Game Awards, so if you are interested in this, tune in Thursday night to the Game Awards and try and find the PUBG trailer, as we're sure to get some Vikendi news, at least a Vikendi trailer, and then a release date. Everyone, it seems like, is assuming December 7th as the release date, whether it's on the test servers or whether it's on the live servers. I honestly don't even care. I just want the map and I want to be able to play it. How will servers be separated? Similar to the Xbox One version of PUBG. So It's going to have an NA, an EU, an OC, and an SA. Those are the regions that we currently have on Xbox right now, so that's what the PlayStation 4 should also have. Can I play with a keyboard and mouse on PlayStation 4? Mouse and keyboard support is not currently supported. You hear that, guys? It's not currently supported, so stop doing it. Will crossplay be available between Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC? It's not a feature that will be available at launch, but we're interested in working with our partners to explore crossplay functionality. And like I said before, I don't think this is going to happen with PC. The wording before just made it sound like it was only going to be on the consoles, so we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully that is a feature that's implemented in the future. I think it'll keep PUBG alive for a very long time if both the Xbox players and PlayStation players can play together. Now some graphical questions. Is there a difference between PUBG on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro? PUBG on the PlayStation 4 Pro has some performance improvements and increased graphical fidelity. So it might have some better looking textures, a better resolution, and it's probably going to stay at 30 frames more often. But if you guys aren't familiar, PUBG definitely tanks a little bit, especially when you see some particle effects or smoke or fire. The game has a tendency to lose some frames here and there. But on the base PlayStation 4, it'll be worse, but on the PlayStation 4 Pro, it might be a little bit better. Does PUBG have HDR? Yes, both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro support HDR. Will there be 4K resolution? PUBG on PlayStation 4 does not support native 4K resolution. On the Xbox One X, it does support 4K resolution, but honestly, I play the game at 1080p because that's what I capture it as. I don't have a HDMI switch right now to where I can play it at 4K and capture it at the same time, and it looks perfectly fine at 1080p. It's not a beautiful looking game anyway, so the 4K resolution doesn't really help you out that much. I actually prefer it better at 1080p. When I switch back to 4K, it honestly doesn't play as well for me. And finally, last question, what frame rate will this be playable at? The game will be playable at 30 frames per second. And like I said before, those 30 frames per second, that's the mark that they want to hit all the time. It definitely has its dips, and at times it can get to 25 or even 20 frames, it seems, in very, very intense moments. Unfortunately, that's kind of when you need it the most, but hopefully it's well optimized. It's getting better and better every patch, and you'll have some people that are saying otherwise, but I think with every patch, they've improved some things. There's definitely been some bumps along the road, but hopefully us Xbox players have play tested this thing enough so that the PlayStation version of the game is up and running and stable. Hopefully it doesn't have any crashing. Hopefully the frame drops are not as bad as what it was before on Xbox, so that when you guys get the game, it's in its best state possible. So that's going to do it for this one. I just wanted to share that information with you in case you're not following the PUBG forums, or in case you didn't know that information already. There it is for you. They answered everything pretty clearly. A couple cryptic messages talking about, hey, you should pay attention to PUBG.com for more information, or we want to get console parity, so basically make the Xbox and PlayStation versions of the game the exact same. So hopefully that we can do crossplay in the future, but that's not going to be something at launch. Also, you're not going to get custom games or event mode at launch. That'll launch later on, but right away you're not going to want to jump into custom games or the event mode anyway. You're going to want to get your hands wet on the base game, try and get into the training mode. Hopefully that's in there for you. I assume it's going to be, since I didn't mention it. Get in there and practice, get all the controls down, because there are a lot of controls in the game. You should actually just pull up the controls and just take a look, figure them out before you actually jump in, or just, like I said, go into the training mode and try and figure everything out in there, because there's not really a tutorial. There's nothing to help you along. It's just trial and error and just trying to figure the game out one match at a time. But like I said, stay tuned, because there's going to be more information coming out this week. The Game Awards are Thursday night, and there's sure to be some news about Vikendi, and definitely a trailer. I'm just going to call it. There's going to be a trailer for the map, and there's going to be a release date, at least telling us if it's on the test server or the live servers, and what date that's going to be. And everybody and their grandma's guessing the 7th, which is this Friday, when the PlayStation release happens. But if you found the video useful and you liked it in any way, definitely hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. I want to keep you up to date on all the console news for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. We've had a really good last few weeks subscriber-wise, so I want to keep that going, help everybody stay informed, and get a good community together and play some custom matches. And then when crossplay comes, we can have an Xbox versus PlayStation battle. I think, the possibilities are endless with this game as it moves forward. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Until next time, I'll see you later.